Hello YouTube, this is Text Sketch Master. I'm here with another problem on technical drawing. Draw two branches of hyperbola having foci 70 apart and vertices 40 apart. Locate their asymptotes and the included angle. Locate the directrices of the hyperbola. 3. Draw the normal and tangent at any point on the curve. So let's go straight to this. I've solved it before. The first thing to do is to draw your reference line, XY axis, okay? In this case, the axis is going to be the axis of the parabola. Now, we were told that the foci are 70 apart and the vertices are also 40 apart. So we'll start by locating the foci. That means that for this line that you've drawn, you have to bisect somewhere in the middle or find a place in the middle and put it. And the foci, we're told, is 70 apart. If you're drawing a circle, you're going to have 35. Diameter is going to be 70 apart, but the radius is 35. Yeah. Okay. So we now have positions for our foci. Okay? And the next thing to figure out is the vertices. The vertices are 40 apart, so the radius of the circle is going to be 20 to get the vertices apart. All right, now we have this. We can proceed to the other one, but before that, let's label them. Okay, we have the vertices labeled already as V1, V2. The foci are some F1 and F2. So now we're drawing. Okay, the next step to take is to have equal divisions in any of the foci. Okay, and have, in this case, I'm going to have 5 divisions along this axis F1. Okay, I have 5 divisions already in front of F1. So to do this, those of you who are drawing students know how to do this. I didn't want to waste too much time, so not asked to make this video long. To divide this into equal parts, you could take any distance. In this case, I've taken 50 as my depth. Okay, from here to here it's like and 1 centimeter each. 1 centimeter from 1 to 2 is 1 centimeter. So I have 5 divisions. I have that. So you could actually use this method to divide into 5 equal parts for your construction. So let's go to the nitty-gritties of it. I have done a tabulation here, something to help me look at what I'll be doing. I think I should lift it up and bring it close. Yep. Now, with this, we would know what our centers are and what arcs we are to cut on any of these since we're using arcs of circle method. But before that, let us look at the asymptotes. Yeah, one of the questions, locate the asymptotes and the included angle. Let us also look at the directrices of the hyperbola. Those two we can do before we start construction. And to locate the asymptotes is simple. Is to erect a perpendicular across V1 and V2. So we have a perpendicular up, all right, on V1 and V2. Now the point where this perpendicular stemming from V1 and V2 touches the F1, F2 circle, it's where our asymptotes are going to be located. This is what I mean. Across this point, passing through the middle to touch the other point is where the asymptotes is going to be. Another one from this end to this end is the second asymptotes. Now all we can do is to extend these lines, and then we have 50. Extend these lines. You do the same for the one at the top. Right. Extend this. You have your ruler. You can extend that. Extended this already. So this is the asymptotes. We have located the asymptotes already. Let me trim this off so that we don't confuse it with something else. These are the asymptotes. This line and this line are the asymptotes. The directrices, of course, the directrices will be the point where the asymptotes cut the small circle now, V1 and V2. So we can also locate the directrices using that. Okay, let's have construction lines erected at a point right here and another one right there. Okay, we can assume any length. In this case, I'm going to take 60 or so, and then, yeah, so here we go. I've trimmed it off. These two lines emanating from the small circle, the intercept of the two asymptotes is the directrix. And to locate the directrix, the asymptotes rather, we erected vertical lines from the vertices to touch the circle enclosing the foci. So let's move on to business now. We will determine the included angle, or let me just do that quickly since it's not a problem. So the included angle would be this angle and this angle, including the hyperbola, because the hyperbola is going to be up by the sides. So this is the included angle, 110. Okay, let's begin. To begin with, we would have to take distances from V1 to 1, like what I have here. I'm taking arcs from V1 to 1, and then I'm taking center as F1. I'm going to the next point, V2 to 1, and then taking center as F2 to cut the previous arc. Let's watch. Let's do this. So from V1 to 1, I have 25, all right? Center F1, your arc with the same radius 25, you cut an arc this way, up, and you, with the same radius, you cut an arc down. All right, our arc is going to be from V2 now to 1 and center F2. So we have V2 to 1, extend the compass to 1, 65, and then take center as F2 with the same radius that we measured. Radius is not V21, okay, like what you're seeing on the right side of my screen. The radius V21 and center F2. And I have that my compass is already on F2. I extend my compass to the radius that I measured, which is 65, and I cut the previous arc. Okay, I'll do this for both the arcs up and down. All right. All right. Easier to do this. Center F, radius V21, and cut the previous arc. Okay, that's done. We will move to the next line, which is V1 and radius extended to 2, center as F1. So let's do that. V1 to 2 is 35. I'll create an arc up with center F1. Cut an arc above, center F1 and same radius, cut an arc below. All right. Now the next step is to take V2 to 2, 75, center F2 of the previous arc. Right there. Same center F2 and radius V22. Cut the arc below. We would cut this arc below. We shall continue like this until we get to F5, and then at F5 we would plot the curve. Okay, all the arcs have been created already. What's next is to plot the curve and see what it looks like. So let's draw. Yeah, to do this, the intersection of all the arcs, that's why it's called arcs of circles method. You would join all the points together, and the vertex, the points below this point, to this point, the fourth point, and now to the last point, and terminate your curve there. This is a nice curve, nice looking curve. You see, yeah. The curve on the right is a hyperbola data that we have here. Using the same data that we have here, we would repeat it, but on the flip side, as the left side of the hyperbola, we would repeat the same. For me, on AutoCAD, it's pretty much easy to repeat steps, because that's one good thing about using softwares. You can duplicate a particular step with ease. What did it take you ages to accomplish? And just use minutes. So I'll highlight all the points, including the arc created, the curve created, and I'll simply duplicate it. See how it goes, nice and easy. And that's all. Cool. Work done, and that's all. This is how to create a hyperbola, or to draw two branches of a hyperbola having foci 70 apart and vertices 40 apart, right? We were asked to locate the asymptotes and the included angle. We've done that. We were asked to locate the directrices of the hyperbola. We've done that. The next thing to do is to draw the normal and tangent at any point on the curve. To do this, this is pretty easy as well. The method is to locate the two foci and join them to a desired point. Let's assume I'm looking at this point here. I would take this line, any point, I'll choose that point, and I'll connect this to F2. All right, now I'll bisect this angle. Let me call this point Q. Bisect this point Q. I'll call that point Q rather. Okay, Q2, no problem. I'll call this Q2. I'm going to bisect that angle Q2. So you can choose any point on line and draw an arc. Okay, draw an arc. From that point of intersection on both sides, I can cut my arc up or down just to bisect that angle. You understand the process of bisection of an angle, so we do this quickly. Create an arc this way. It's the side as center. I'll create an arc to cut the previous arc right here. Okay. So now a straight line drawn from point Q through this intersection would produce a tangent on the curve. Yep, right here. So extend this. This is my tangent. Use another line. Okay, the blue line there is the tangent in question. All right. So now to generate the normal, any straight line drawn perpendicular to a tangent is a normal. So we're going to create an arc. Let me use the previous arc. Create a semicircle here with this point as center. Create an arc above or somewhere here. Anywhere, that's good. And on the blue line, where the arc intersects the blue line, you create an arc with the other intersected blue line. You create an arc to cut the previous one right here. A straight line drawn from this point of intersection through the point Q would give us a normal to the tangent there. So we've answered all the questions, and this is how to draw a hyperbola using the arcs of circles method. Here you go. We have two vertices. We have our directrices, is two erect perpendiculars. We have all these points labeled. What else do we have? We have a tangent and a normal. So question answered. So I'm going to clean this up and put the appropriate labeling so that when you see it online, you'll be able to associate what it looks like and the processes involved. Thank you for watching.